This episode of The Travelling Epicurean was made possible by these sponsors.
Panzanella is what's on the menu today. Hi guys, Michelle here. Welcome back to the Traveling Epicurean. Today I'm with one of my favorite chefs, Chef Marco.
Good morning.
Good morning, Marco.
How are you?
I'm great, and I'm so excited you're going to be sharing with us your incredible Panzanella recipe because you make the most amazing Panzanella.
Well, it's not mine. This recipe is, I have to give credit to Melissa Clark from New York Times on the New York Times app. But I did borrow from her. I did change a few things. Melissa, if you ever watch this, I apologize, but I tried not to plagiarize. It should be said too that this is not, in some respects, not a true Panzanella. In Italy, they would actually soak the bread in water, squeeze it out, and then use that as a binding almost, just to put the tomatoes and the onions in there.
Instead of keeping it crisp and crunchy, it's more of like a binder.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different that way. You see it a lot more this way here.
Yeah.
And the difference in Melissa's recipe and other ones is use a lot of fresh herbs.
Yeah. Which
we're going to do today also.
And I love those fresh herbs. It makes it really flavorful.
And it gives a nice bright color.
Okay.
And the other thing is I use sourdough. I like the way that that has a little bit extra tang to it and gives a little more depth to the salad. So for that, we're going to toast this a little bit in the oven. Some people do it on the stove.
I like it in the oven too.
I like it in the oven. It's a little more even. It's a little easier. I line my pan with foil because I'm lazy and don't like to wash it.
Yeah, but that's nice to keep it. So, it's also neater and quicker to clean up.
So I do that, and I think we'll start with that. And it goes in the oven for 7 to 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Just keep an eye on it. Remember, we're cooking, and when you're following a recipe, it's easy to get into that. It says 7 minutes. I'll do it for 7 minutes, but you need to cook. You need to watch your food as you go along. And
every oven is different.
Every oven is different.
So you need to, know your oven and just keep an eye on it.
Let's start with that, and then we'll move forward.
Should we show everybody what we're going to need to make this?
Okay, Marco, wow, look at all these beautiful ingredients. These really are some of my very favorites.
And you see, everything here is simple. Now the farmer's market season's coming up. This is a fantastic thing for the farmer's market. You have dinner one night, you have bread left over, make yourself some Panzanella. We're going to make a little bit of quick dressing today, just a little Dijon, a little garlic, red wine vinegar, and a little extra virgin olive oil. I like the extra virgin olive oil. I like them big and robust. I like that flavor. So it holds up to the acid and the tomatoes and everything else.
Absolutely.
We have thyme, garden. I had to get oregano out of my garden, and some fresh basil, and some fresh flat leaf Italian parsley. Has more flavor than the curly, so I use this.
Yeah, you and Cheryl have so many great herbs every summer.
We have some heirloom tomatoes here. It's not the farmer's market season yet, so these are Camparis, which are available just about everywhere. And I like these because they're pretty consistent year round. They don't have as good as a big of flavor as the stuff you get in the summer, but we're not quite there yet. But we're going to get this, do it in the spring early with Michelle here, so you can be ready for summer when the farmer's market comes. We got a little bit of fresh mozzarella we're going to put in there, and some fresh cucumber. We're going to peel this and seed it and add some of that too. All right.
So what are we doing here with the bread?
So we got the bread. It's cut in about 1-inch cubes. This is about the right size. We'll cut our tomatoes about the same size.
Now is that a whole loaf of?
It's a little less a loaf of the oval sourdough.
The oval, yes.
You want anywhere from 3 to 5 cups, depending on how much you're going to make.
Okay.
You want to balance out a little more tomato than bread. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later on when we get everything ready to go.
Yeah.
We start mixing this up. But it is personal preference. This is a salad that you can take it and make it however you want. If you don't want to add those herbs, you don't have to. If you don't want the cucumber, you don't. People add oil cured olives. You can do that too.
Ooh, I like the olive idea.
So let's start with this, and then we'll see how it goes through. So we're going to add a little more extra virgin olive oil. I got a little in here already.
Yeah.
Maybe 2, 3, 4 tablespoons. Salt. I use kosher salt for everything. Well, this is sea salt for baking. A couple grinds of pepper. Clean as you go. That's the best tip I can give you.
There you go.
Don't worry about getting dinner ready. Worry about not doing 90 dishes when you're done because you don't want to do them.
Yeah.
All right, we want to mix this pretty well. We want to get the oil evenly coated on everything. You can use the same bowl you're going to mix your salad in.
Okay.
And that'll save you another, again, being lazy.
No, but that's smart.
You want to be efficient.
No
We'll call it not lazy, but efficient today. If you're having a dinner party, you don't want to be trying to get everything done at once and making a mess and having the dishes piled up everybody looked at. Take your time, think about what you're doing, look at the recipe before you start, and get everything together and try and be as efficient as you can. And again, clean as you go. That's the most important thing you do.
Exactly.
My wife loves the fact that usually when we're done eating dinner, there's about 2 pots, and that's it. It's not a mess. So,
smart woman.
Smart thing to do. Let's get these on here and spread them out. The oven is 425 degrees.
Okay.
Like I said, anywhere from 7 to 15 minutes. We're going to look at them as we go along.
They already look so pretty, I have to tell you. I just love sourdough. And
Okay.
it smells good too, doesn't it?
I love sourdough. It's like one of my favorites. Someday.
I just love the chewy of it.
The flavor.
Everything.
And I haven't got around here yet in this kitchen to start my own sourdough starter, but I will get to that one of these days soon.
That starter is really important in a sourdough.
Once you make it, that's it. It'll last you years and
Yeah.
years and years. All right, let's get these in. We'll set the timer for 8 minutes to start. Now, if you have a convection oven, you can. I have it on just a regular bake right now. I could put it on convection bake, it would dry it out more. Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, I love convection.
We'll switch it to
I just
convection
question all the
bake.
time. Because you have the air circulating in
Right.
there,
So we're gonna take it down to 400. When you're using convection, you want to go 25 degrees less.
And usually ovens will make that adjustment for you.
Yes.
With a convection. It
Right.
automatically.
Okay, so put me to work. I'm going to help you get this going.
Dice our tomatoes.
I
That's
love that
about 2
heirloom.
pounds. They are fantastic.
Looks beautiful.
It's about 2 pounds. Different colored tomatoes, always
Yeah.
good. You can brighten up the salad that way too.
Sure, looks really
We're
pretty.
gonna slice up some cucumber, a little bit of onion. And we're gonna make
Now-
some garlic paste.
Do you want these quartered in
You
half?
do them however you think you like. It's up to you. Again, it's a personal thing. And we're gonna put them right back in the
In
bowl.
the same bowl we were
Same
using.
bowl we had
I
the bread
love that. That's awesome. Okay.
All right.
And
So
just
we do
wash your
that. I'm
hands.
gonna peel a cucumber here.
So I'm ready to go. You know, and what was nice when you made this last summer, when you and Cheryl had everybody over, did you notice everyone kept coming back for the panzanella?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to go back inside for another bite.
And then I realized that when I asked her, you know what else we had that day? Nobody could answer the question.
No.
Because it didn't matter.
No, it didn't matter.
All they wanted was the salad.
All we remembered was the
that's
salad.
summer food. That's what people want in the summer, and that's, you know.
Well, what's nice about it is it can be a picnic item or it can be a course in an elegant dinner because
Right.
it's so gorgeous.
And we can share this
Look
here.
at this
Isn't
beautiful.
it gorgeous?
Oh my gosh, I love the shape of it too. Look at that shape.
Ugly.
It's amazing.
You can put your trim in here if you want.
I can just do a little salt and just eat the whole thing that way.
Oh yeah. You've been filming in the neighborhood.
I have been filming in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
We did torta de pollo up the street and then
lobster mac and
lobster
cheese.
mac and cheese.
And we
That's
had
been
those-
a big hit.
Oh yeah.
I get a lot of views on
people.
that.
Good.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's nice.
Nice. And we did the salmon BLT sliders.
The can't forget the salmon BLT sliders.
Those were good.
Oh my god, no, they weren't good, Marco. They were like amazing.
And then we just
they
made those again.
melted in your mouth. You didn't even call me?
You were out of town.
Oh my goodness.
You were in
I was
Madison.
out of town. Oh, thanks a lot.
You were in Madison.
35 minutes down the road, I'd like it to remind you of that next time you and Jill make those. Isn't that pretty? I
Perfect.
love the
So-
colors that you picked, and I'm so tired. So.
So we have the tomato in here and the cucumber.
Okay.
We need this little salt now.
Okay.
We're going
And
to do
that's
this
gonna-
so it draws the juice out
Yeah.
and will help sort of bring the salad together when we add the bread later and
Those
the olive
wonderful
oil.
juices.
So we'll do that. We're going to add a little pepper now too. It never hurts. Get it here.
And you know, the other show that we did was the Death by Chocolate Meringue Pie that David made,
yeah.
that amazing pie.
I know. And David's, he's the doctor. He's doing more cooking than I am.
He does, doing a lot of cooking over there.
He has the neighborhood up. Dave's
Yeah.
good that way.
Well,
Call whatever you want. It's your bread.
Yeah, look how beautiful these bread cubes came out. They're absolutely gorgeous. Really nice. These croutons, really, right?
Yes. All it is croutons. You can take those and put them in a Caesar salad.
Oh.
We, in Melissa's recipe, she calls her garlic, to take the garlic too close and make it the paste.
Okay.
Grate it on a micro grater, which you can do.
Yeah.
On a
or
micro
put it through
plane.
a garlic press.
Or put it through a garlic press, which I don't use, but a lot of people do prefer to use them.
Okay.
I do it this way, and it doesn't need to be a perfect paste, or you can just buy the garlic paste and squeeze a little in there.
So you're adding in a little extra virgin
A little
olive
extra
oil.
virgin olive oil, and then we're going to grate it.
I love that brand olive oil as well.
Yeah, I do too.
So we're letting the bread croutons
We're going to let those cool off. And then we'll add them in here. We got our salt on here, and this is, you see the juice already in there?
Yeah, it's starting to accumulate.
Yeah, that's going to really make this great depth of flavor, and then we'll add our herbs and our dressing last. All right. Well, Michelle's going to take this home with her today.
Yeah.
For Bella and Riley.
So you want to make the dressing, Marco?
Yeah, we're going to make a little dressing, but we got a little bit of garlic in here now.
That looks beautiful.
We're still, and again, preference. So our dressing is just 2 tablespoons or a tablespoon of Dijon mustard.
Okay.
Some red wine vinegar. I usually put 1 tablespoon in here, and then a little pepper, a little salt.
Good.
A little more garlic.
Was that like a tablespoon more?
Yeah, a teaspoon. Don't go too nuts.
Heaping teaspoon. Okay.
And then we're gonna add. So you got a tablespoon or a little more of Dijon, a tablespoon of red wine vinegar, a teaspoon or so of garlic. We're gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil in.
Oh, that looks amazing already.
And that's good enough right there. You know, it's not. You're not making. You know, it's just a little bit tight. Not too bad.
Yeah.
We'll set this aside.
Yes.
And
So look at you with the breads on top of all of this panzanella.
I started the breads this morning before you got here.
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna make some wheat bread and just throw that in there and
Oh, that's
do a little multitasking
Oh
here.
my gosh.
And we gotta chop some herbs.
These lovely herbs.
And your choices are, I have some fresh oregano here that comes up early in my garden, so I'm going to use a little bit of that.
Ooh. It comes up already.
Yeah.
Nice.
No,
And you guys have a lot of herbs in your garden.
we do. I grow a lot. I grow everything, and I grow lettuce. I do everything in pots now.
Yeah.
And then I can try and keep the deer out, but it's in the
It's
groundhog. I had to sick the dog on the groundhog. So I don't use a lot of fresh oregano, but what I do is I grow it all summer, and then you see out on the porch I have it hanging, drying all winter.
Yes.
And then I just take it and I rub it over stuff because it's much stronger after it dries.
Absolutely.
So I like it better that way. Right.
So when I made that pickled eggplant with my friend Nancy, she dries it out in the microwave. And I can't believe I've never ever done that before, and it was amazing how beautiful it came out.
Huh, I'll have to try that.
Yeah, you have to try that.
You learn something new every day, that's what I say. All right, a little bit of thyme, fresh. I do it like this because, oh wait, I'm lazy.
Marco, you are not lazy. We have been to your Thanksgiving dinner, and let me tell you, you are the least lazy person I've ever met when you make a meal.
Yeah, when I make a meal, I ask my wife about the rest of the time. All right. So we don't want too much time. It's strong.
Yeah, it is strong.
We don't want it to take over here, but we do want to give it a little kick. The most important part about this is keeping your fingers out of the way. All right. Good enough. I'm going to add this in. Let's call it, I don't know, a tablespoon of oregano and half a teaspoon of thyme, maybe. All right, so then we're going to add our basil. We're going to add quite a bit of this.
Yes.
Probably like a half a cup. I did read online this morning. Somebody said, "Why didn't I add the basil? Because I don't like basil." They should probably go see somebody about that.
Yeah, definitely. There's something wrong with that person.
Oh, you know what else we did? We did the gnocchi at Louis'.
Oh my goodness.
That was phenomenal.
We did a gnocchi at Louis'. That was amazing. Oh, that was so delicious.
And so I had to help Louis move something out of his in-laws' house.
Yeah.
So I made him make me the gnocchis again.
You did? Yeah. Oh my goodness.
He goes, "I don't know, Mark." I was like, "No, you're making them."
You're making them.
It's not a question. All right. That's about a half a cup, I think.
Absolutely.
We'll put that in there.
Beautiful.
Let's see how our bread's doing.
Oh, that's so pretty.
We're going to add some parsley here, too. And I like the fresh parsley.
I love the fresh parsley.
The flavor is fantastic.
Absolutely. And it helps with the garlic.
You got to use the flat leaf. You can't use the curly.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't even know why curly parsley
I don't know why
exists.
that's on the plant.
Alright, so you just cubed up the mozzarella.
Yeah, we're going to cut some mozzarella up about the same size as the
tomatoes.
bread. Tomatoes a bit smaller.
Yeah.
Maybe about 6 ounces. Again, whatever you want. You can add more, you can add less.
So there's about a cup there? Yes, that and gnocchi at Louis. So he made you another batch of that,
Of course.
Oh my
So it's Louis' birthday is the same day as mine.
So your birthdays are on the exact same day?
Exact same day.
Oh my goodness.
Last year we went and did brewery touring.
Ooh, brewery touring.
Breweries.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I went to like 4 or 5 different places, had lunch. It was a good time.
I went to a mash at Thimble Island Brewery.
Did you?
Yes, it was wonderful. And that was part of my home brew show that I did.
Nice. We're going to start adding our bread.
Okay.
We're not going to add it all at once.
Yes.
But we got plenty of juice from our tomatoes.
About 2 cups right there?
Yeah, we're going to go about 3 all day to start here.
Okay.
We're going to leave some behind.
And then this just could be absolutely delicious on salads anyways. And that'll last for a while in the kitchen.
You can eat like popcorn while you watch a movie.
Look at
Parmesan on there.
Oh my goodness. Eat it like popcorn while watching a movie. I like that, Marco. I'm glad it's just you, Cheryl, and I having this for lunch. Forget about everybody
This
else.
bowl of salad doesn't stand a chance.
This isn't going anywhere.
We're going to add our dressing.
All right. Oh, look at that. So that first round, that toss, was with all the juices
On the bottom.
from the tomatoes.
Yep.
That just released from all the tomatoes and the vegetables. And now this is the dressing that you made.
Dressing, maybe I'll put this in here.
I think that there's all these layers of flavors, and that just really gives it the final kick, right?
Yeah, this is going to be really good.
Yeah, it's going to be good, all right.
Thank you, Melissa.
Woohoo! Thank you, Marco. Thank you, Chef Marco.
You see it coats it now. It's going to.
I cannot wait to try this. That is absolutely gorgeous. Look how beautiful that is. Thank you. Wow. Packed with flavor. The croutons are crunchy.
Yep.
That is the best panzanella, Marco,
All right.
that I have ever had. Thank you
you.
so much. We're going to have to get some bowls here, and we'll call Cheryl.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want any of that right there.
I don't blame you.
That's why I walked in.
Right.
That's why Cheryl came in to rescue the salad. Oh, look how gorgeous that is. Very pretty. Thank you. This is my first serving.
Not.
We were talking about how when you guys had this last summer, everyone kept going back for the panzanella salad and nobody remembers what else you had. Although, and I'm sure it was absolutely delicious because you always have great things, but this was just such a big hit. Well, thank you so much.
Sure, thanks for coming over.
You're awesome. And
Always
love
welcome.
cooking with you. And Cheryl, thank you for joining us.
XOXO.
Remember, you can find this recipe at thetravelingepicurean.com, and you need to stay tuned because we're going to have Marco do his roasted blue cheese dressing. That was absolutely delicious for Sunset Hill Vineyards when we go there this summer.
Yeah,
David
we'll probably have a
Lloyd.
glass of wine while we're there.
Yes, and I'm sure we'll have a glass of wine. Have a great day. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye. Good job. Oh, we got.
We're taping.
Howdy.
Remember, watch the circle, not the square. Hollywood Square.
Watch the circle, not the square. Got it.
Okay.
Pauline.
Who's Pauline? Oh, Pauline. We did this already last time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's go.
Pauline. Okay. Hi everyone, Michelle here with the Traveling Epicurean. Today's menu is all about Granita. It's a frozen dessert, similar to sorbet or even Italian ice. My kids go crazy for this. It's super easy to make,
And you can even step up your dinner party by putting it as a palate cleanser in between your courses, or even have it as an after dinner treat and kick it up a notch with a little jigger of rum in there. It's really delicious. I can't wait to show you how to make it. Let me show you what we're gonna need to get this going. So this is what we're gonna need to make our lovely granita. 2 cups of fresh strawberries, 1 cup of fresh raspberries, fresh mint, I love this combination, 1/4 cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice, agave nectar, martini glass if you're doing a dinner party, or just cups or bowls if you're just having a nice dessert, a flat bakeware dish that can take the temperatures from the freezer, and then a blender to blend all this, just a regular blender. It doesn't have to be fancy. Let's get hulling these strawberries and we'll get our granita going. And one other step that I eliminate for you is making that simple syrup in the beginning. We don't really need to do that. I've switched over to using agave nectar, and we'll start to put in our liquids, and then we're gonna puree this. Granita is actually a Sicilian recipe. It's made all over the world, but it did originate from Sicily. So we're gonna get our cup of water in there. Make sure you strain the seeds from the lemon juice, because it'll be very bitter if you get a couple of seeds in there when you go to puree it. And 1/3 cup of agave nectar. And in Quebec, they call this a slushy or a slurry. All right, got the top on, and I'm gonna start to puree. How pretty that looks. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the color. All right, now I'm just gonna pour this right into our Pyrex dish. Oh, look at that gorgeous color. That is so beautiful. And it's really, really flavorful. Wait till you try this. It's amazing. Okay, so look at this. We are done. In the blender, puree, into the Pyrex dish, and now I'm gonna put this in the freezer. I am gonna give it a little bit of a stir, and then I'm gonna taste it just to make sure it has enough tartness from the lemons. Oh my goodness, that's absolutely delicious. Okay, off to the freezer we go. I've let this freeze for several hours. I wait to the end, and now I'm gonna have my son Riley, which is, I think this is his favorite part, just scrape this up with a fork, and you're gonna see how fluffy and gorgeous this gets. So this is my son Riley. Riley, is this your favorite dessert?
Yes.
Well, it's probably your favorite dessert after you found out that I make the chocolate mousse with the avocados.
Yeah.
Somebody let the cat out of the bag. Anyways, so back to the granita. So Riley, gonna scrape that up for me?
Yes.
Isn't it much easier to do this at the end?
Yeah.
Then instead of every half an hour and then scraping it up, I think it's the same texture, right?
Yeah.
Look at that, that's beautiful. You're doing a great job. Is it hard work?
Yeah. It'll be even harder work if every half an hour you had to do it.
Right? Great job, Riley. Is that fun to scrape that?
Yeah. It's really fun. Can I have some now?
Yes, of course you could have some now.
Okay.
Just keep scraping. Look how fluffy that is, right?
Yeah, just less work.
Less work. Waiting to the end, don't you think?
Yep.
Well, you're doing a fabulous job. All right, let's get you a bowl. And you can start to have some granita. How does that sound?
Good.
Okay. How you doing there, Riley?
Good.
Are you excited to eat this granita?
Yes.
And this is so refreshing, right? For the summer?
Yes.
How does that taste?
Good.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good? Would you recommend it?
Yes.
And how easy was that to make?
I wouldn't know. You made it.
I know, but you scraped it all up for me. Thank you so much. You did a great job. Big berry flavor, citrus, and the mint pulls it all together. You're gonna love this recipe. 3 easy steps, and you still get a lovely, fluffy texture. You can't go wrong with this recipe. It's so simple and refreshing. You can find this recipe at thetravelingepicurean.com. Ciao! Hi guys, Michelle here. Welcome back to the Traveling Epicurean. So look, today I'm going to show you how to make homemade barbecue sauce. The summer has begun and you really need to know how to make this. If you haven't given it a try, you gotta give it a go. You're gonna be hooked. It's a little sweet, a little tangy, and a pinch of spice. The perfect balance. Oh my goodness. Come on over here and I'll show you what we're gonna need. So guys, this is what we're gonna need to make our delicious barbecue sauce. I have 2 cups of ketchup. I have a half a cup of dark molasses, a half a cup of cider vinegar, 2/3 of a cup of sugar. I have liquid smoke that you could buy in any grocery store. I have 2 tablespoons of canola oil, and then I have a half a teaspoon of garlic granules, onion granules, salt, chipotle chili powder, Spanish smoked paprika, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. We're going to get this all in a pan and start to simmer it. So one of the good things about making this sauce is there's no chopping or sauteing of anything. Everything goes in the pot. We're going to bring it to a little bit of a boil. Then we're going to turn it down and simmer it for 20 minutes. And that's it. Your sauce is done. So I'm not going to get the pan hot first because I don't want it splattering. So got our ketchup here. We have our cider vinegar. We have our molasses. This is thick and delicious, full of flavor. And then we have our brown sugar. You know, and I don't add a lot of the liquid smoke because it's pretty powerful. I think that 2 teaspoons is enough for me. And 2 tablespoons of the canola oil. And then all of our spices. I'm going to whisk this together. Then I'm going to put it on the heat and bring it to a boil. And then we're going to turn it down. So we're going to get all of those spices in there. All right, so we're just going to whisk this up. I'm going to put it on the heat. It already has a beautiful color. 20 minutes. This is going to be amazing. I can't wait for you to see it. I did taste a little bit of it. I like to taste the flavors in the beginning and then in the end and how they change. Right now you could taste a little bit of the vinegar and that's going to cook out. And you're going to be left with the wonderful cider flavor. And all of those spices and flavors are going to come together. So look, I've come back over to check on it halfway through. And I'm going to turn it down a little bit more. It can burn because there is light brown sugar in there, remember. So I've turned it down to bring the simmer just a little bit lower. I actually kept it going for 25 minutes. You can even do it for 30 if you want it thicker. But it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the color. The taste is really, really amazing. I put some in a bowl here and I made some chicken wings. It's best to baste the chicken wings or whatever you're barbecuing in the last few minutes. And when I say few minutes, I really mean just the last 3 minutes on each side. This way the sugars in the barbecue sauce don't burn your meat. This sauce is so incredible. I can't wait for you to try it. It's like barbecue sauce candy. And I'm not responsible for any addition that you might have to the sauce after you make it. You can find the recipe at thetravelingepicurean.com. Have a really great weekend. See you next week. Ciao.
Thank you for watching The Traveling Epicurean.